Hi, I'm James. To the world, I'm a successful construction businessman. But there's more to my story than meets the eye. I grew up in a small town, the only child of a farmer and his devoted wife. My father worked the land and my mother helped him tirelessly. We didn't have much, but we had each other. Learning was my escape, my way out of the fields and into a brighter future. I was one of the brightest students in college, determined to change my family's situation. That's where I met Rose. I remember the first time I saw her. She wore a white frock. Her blue eyes sparkled like sapphires, and her golden hair flowed like a river of sunlight. It was love at first sight for both of us. For 6 wonderful years, Rose and I were inseparable. We shared dreams, laughter, and a love that felt eternal. We both got accepted into university, and I continued to excel, becoming one of the top students in the engineering faculty. Life seemed perfect, but then everything changed. 3.5 years into university, Rose left me without a word. She started an affair with John, a man whose heart was as dark as his deeds. My world crumbled, and I spiraled into despair. But then one incident changed my path forever. I was at a bar, lost in my misery, when I saw a group of thugs brutally attacking an old man. Anger surged through me, and I couldn't stand by and watch. I intervened, fought them off, and got the old man to the hospital. That man was Mr. Joe McLaren, the founder of McLaren Group. He became my mentor, my second father. Mr. McLaren had lost his wife and son in a plane crash, and he saw something in me that reminded him of his lost son. He listened to my story, offered guidance, and gave me a second chance at life. With his encouragement, I completed my bachelor's degree and went on to earn a postgraduate diploma. He saw potential in me and appointed me as the CEO of McLaren Group. 2 years after our breakup, Rose was murdered. They disguised it as a suicide, but I knew the truth. John and his corrupt connections buried the evidence, silenced the truth. I was consumed by pain and helplessness, drowning in alcohol and drugs to numb the agony of losing her. But despite my success, the pain of Rose's death never left me. The injustice of it all gnawed at my soul. That's when James, the successful businessman, became Lucifer, the feared mafia don. I built an empire in the shadows, a network of power that stretches far and wide. The underworld fears me. Corrupt officials whisper my name with dread. I have wealth, but wealth means nothing without justice for Rose. I couldn't rely on the law, so I started my own investigation. I needed to uncover the truth myself. It didn't take long for me to find Rose's diary. Her words were a revelation and a dagger to my heart. Rose hadn't betrayed me, she was a victim. John had manipulated her, edited videos and photos, and used them to blackmail her. He seduced her, threatened her, and used his power to keep her silent. He and his friends, Sam, Bob, and Edward, had brutalized her. John's father, Robert, a corrupt politician, orchestrated the cover-up. He advised Jack and David, the police officers handling the case, to destroy evidence and make her death look like a suicide. Even Thomas, the judge, played a role in this farce of justice. My rage burned hotter than ever. They thought they could get away with it, that their power and influence would protect them, but they underestimated me. I was no longer just James the businessman. I was Lucifer the Avenger. I knew what had to be done. The law had failed Rose, and now I would become the law. I tracked them down one by one. John and his friends thought they were invincible, preying on another innocent girl in a hotel. They didn't expect me. I ended their lives swiftly, ensuring no more innocents would suffer at their hands. The corrupt police officers, Jack and David, and the judge, Thomas, met their fate in the middle of the city. I made sure their deaths were a message. Justice will be served. I hung them for all to see, to show that corruption has consequences. I had avenged Rose, and in doing so, saved another innocent life. But my work was far from over. I realized that there were many more like them. Many more who abused their power and thought they were untouchable. I would be their reckoning. Now I need to be the guardian for the helpless, to bring justice to those who can't fight for themselves. To do that, I need the underworld crown. Many corrupt officers and politicians have met their end by my hand. The police have tried to catch me, but they haven't succeeded yet. However, there's one who is getting close, a police officer named Olivia. She is relentless, and she has begun to unravel the web of my identity. I know what must be done. Olivia is